Hi there, my name is Steve Gerhardt and this is the Unagi Observer. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching the video this week. This week is, I was going to do something different, but then something happened. A little thing, a little nice little surprise for me happened this week, so I want to talk about that. And then after that, we're going to have another Genshin Diary installment, and this one is going to be about hunting on Teyvat. Yes, hunting in Genshin Impact. More on that after this part of the video. So what was the little surprise, nice surprise that I got? Well, as you all are aware, I got a present of Manga Spice Cafe boxes. You know, they get with, you know, all these wonderful little Asian Japanese snacks, and of course 3 first volume mangas inside of it as well. And originally it was supposed to be 3 boxes over the course of 3 months, and that was going to be the end of it. I did a whole huge manga review of all the manga that came from that as the first episode of this season. Well, as it turns out, it wasn't 3, it was 4. And so I got the 4th one sitting right here. And the previous 3 had a white colored box with the light blue coloring of the Manga Spice Cafe maid girl on there. And it was a very light colored box, and this one's a lot different. Alright, so this one is really, really different looking. I haven't opened it. I got it yesterday. So it's taped up shut. So that means that I gotta use my Wusthof Santoku knife to open this up with. So we're going to do that very carefully, because last thing I need to do is slice myself open, which I have done with this knife before. Long story, I'm not going to tell you, because it's embarrassing, and it had to do with malt liquor. So anyway, moving right along. Opening this up very carefully so as not to cut myself and bleed all over the place. Alright, so we've got the box successfully open. Wow, they really went hard with this color scheme. Now, as usual, if you haven't seen this before, a Manga Spice box is basically just, again, 3 snacks and manga in there, and they give you a little information kind of sheet that tells you a little bit about the authors of the manga and little things about the snacks themselves. So I actually was not expecting this, so I don't know what's actually going to be in here. So there's that. That's kind of cool looking though. So we're going to put this to the side. The tissue paper is really black. Wow. Okay. So, you know, these boxes are always, they come looking so neat. See if I can do this without everything spilling out. Right? Look at that. Isn't that cool? So we're going to pull these things out. Alright, first thing we're going to pull out is, of course, another one of these ramen kind of things. This one is Indomie instant noodles, mee goreng fried noodles. Okay, this might be another little spicy one. These are nice. These are nice little lunches to have. I've had a few of these now, and I actually quite like them. So if you got a nice kettle to get hot water going, this is pretty cool. These are kind of nice. They tend to be spicy, and maybe this time I'll actually try the egg. I haven't done an egg on top of it yet, so who knows? Let's see what that's like. Alright, next thing is Max Extra Crunch. Oh wow, wasabi. Okay, so these are chips, wasabi flavored chips. Wasabi mayo flavored chips is what they are. See that? You can see the wasabi root. That's a horseradish root. So this is going to tell me that this is very spicy, so I should probably have milk or something along with it, so that I don't tear up and just, you know, be all, it's too hot. Okay, this looks interesting. I'm not sure what this is. Another thing of chips, but it's totes in Japanese, so I have no idea. Let's look at the thing. See if this tells us anything. Spicy potato chips. Is that what they are? Mala chips. Okay, so this is not Japanese. This is Chinese lettering. These are mala chips, so these are going to be really spicy. Wow, they're going really spicy this time. So spicy potato chips. Very, very spicy manga spice box today. So what else do we have here? Oh, another one of these corn cheese puff things, which are like, this thing is like super light, and they usually have something like, this guy on there, and or Doraemon, and these are actually surprisingly really good. They're not filling at all. You could probably eat 50 of these before you even begin to have any fulfillment in your belly. So, but they're really good. I really like them. What else do we have here? We have another one of those boba milk tea mochis, creme brulee this time. Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? So these are like single servings in here, so it's just like one of them, but they're usually pretty good. I like them. Wow. Okay, so the last box that we had was Pokemon chocolate wafers in there. So this time we have Mugen. Look at that. Wow. Okay. So that's the chocolate wafer this time around. Can't wait to get into that. By the way, I did give it to my niece, the Pokemon, she's a fan of the Pokemon. She plays the game. She's got all the cards, the notebooks, and the whole 9 yards. And so she liked that. She was happy about that. I was the good uncle this time. All right, so now we got another one. That's from Jack and Jill. That's more of an American thing, but it's also served in Japan, I believe. But it's Choco Burst Quake chocolate cake with chocolate filling. My God, that sounds wonderful, does it not? There we go. So we got that. I'm not sure what the hell that is. Seriously, I have no idea what that is. It looks odd. It looks very, very odd to me. Oh, it's okay. We're saving that for last. Hang on. So for the noodles, of course, they give you the chopsticks. Okay, we got another bubble milk tea, a different one this time. Ocean Bomb brown sugar. Doesn't that look cool? I'm looking forward to that. So, for those of you who don't know, I've been saving these and putting them in the fridge. So now we have 4 of these, and the person who gave this to me is going to appear on video with me, and we're going to taste test all of them. So this looks pretty cool. Can't wait to try that. And okay, they individually wrapped them this time. Okay, before I get into the manga, this thing is going to be a gummy candy, and this is so freaking cool. It's black cherry flavor. And if you know the anime Jujutsu Kaisen, then you'll know exactly what this is. Ryomen Sukuna Cursed Finger Gummy. That's the cursed finger from the first episode, where he eats it and he gets his powers, whatever. Oh my God, this is hilarious. This is freaking hilarious. I love it. I love this. This is hilarious. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so we've got our 3 manga again. Actually, two are wrapped in one package, and one is wrapped by itself. So let's open these up if we can. Quickly. Hopefully. Yes, we can. So here's 2. Oh, what is that? Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure what the deal is with this particular box. It's a very interesting box, but it kind of seems like all over the map. A lot of spicy stuff, cursed gummy fingers, really tightly wrapped manga in that one. Okay, so let's start with the manga, shall we? All right. So the first one I'm going to take a look at. I'm not familiar with any of these, I don't think. So we're going to go for the first one. By the way, all these mangas are first volume, so it's the start of the manga, and the idea is if you like it, then you'll go to the publisher and buy more of the manga if you happen to like it. So the first one we're going to take a look at is Helk, story and art by Nanaki Nanano. And so let's read the back as you look at the front. Alright, let's see here. After the Demon Lord is slain at the hands of a lone human warrior, humans rejoice over the end of his reign of terror. But an intense tournament of powerful fighters hoping to be crowned the next Demon Lord has drawn in the unlikeliest of contestants, Hulk, who claims to hate humans but is one himself. How will Hulk change the course of the war between demons and humankind? 3 months have passed since the Demon Lord was struck down, and the Demon Realm is holding a tournament to select his replacement. The leading contestant is Hulk, a human hero who claims to hate his own kind. Some aren't happy with the idea of a human becoming the next Demon Lord, especially Vermilio the Red. She wants nothing more than to protect demonkind and prove Hulk to be their enemy, even if she has to rig the competition to do it. Okay, so I am familiar with the anime that this has spawned. So that'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting read. All right, we'll put that there. All right, what's the next one here? Ooh, a very intriguing cover. Ayashimon, story and art by Yuji Kaku. So let's read the back of that while you look at the front. See that? That's kind of a little creepy. All right, let's take a read here. When the Enema Syndicate's chairman dies, Japan's supernatural underworld is turned on its head, leaving gangs of Ayashimon poised on the brink of war. Urara, the late chairman's daughter, has plans to come out on top, and she's found an unlikely ally to help make it happen. Maruo, a human who dreams of being a manga hero. Maruo always wanted to be like the characters in his favorite manga. Unfortunately, his training efforts have paid off a little too well. Now he breaks everything he touches, can't find a job, and wins every fight too easily. However, when he encounters a girl being pursued by a group of thugs who turn out to actually be monstrous Ayashimon in disguise, it seems like his real-life manga story is about to begin. Ooh, okay, let's see what that is all about. All right, last one up. Very intriguing cover. That's why I saved it for the last, even though I don't think I know anything about this. Oh, it's by the guy who did Tokyo Ghoul, so I probably should know something about this. All right, Chojun X, Volume 1, story and art by Sui Ishida. That is a very intriguing cover, is it not? Alright, let's read the back. Best friends Tokyo and Azuma do everything together, even if most of the time it feels like Tokyo is just stumbling along in Azuma's cooler, more talented footsteps. But when they're attacked one night by a superhuman mutant called a Chojin, Tokyo finally has a chance to shine by turning into a Chojin himself. From the creator of Tokyo Ghoul, Chojin X. Being a superpowered creature isn't all it's cracked up to be, though. Tokyo has to hide his transformation from his family and dodge a truancy charge at school, all while dealing with the interesting, odd incidents happening around town. Okay, sounds like a little bit of fun. This seems to be a slightly larger than the other two manga, but that's it for it. That is the official last Manga Spice Cafe box that I've received. Obviously, I'm going to give you reviews on those mangas, and yeah, so thanks for watching this part of the video. Next part is the Genshin Diaries Hunting. So yeah, let's get on to that. Alright, welcome to the second installment of the Genshin Diaries. Today we're going to talk about hunting. Yes, hunting. What do I mean by that? Okay, so you know how you can kind of run around to different places in Teyvat, which is the world that Genshin Impact is set in, and you go to the various cities, Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, places like that, Sumeru, and you can buy food, right? You can buy certain types of food. You can buy like fowl, or you can buy like meat that looks like steaks. You know, that's the icon that you get. And you can buy a whole bunch of things as long as you have the Mora, you know, the money, the currency that Teyvat runs on. And so if you have enough money, you can buy these things. But, you know, you can also get 99% of these items just by roaming around and picking stuff up. So what I found was that it is probably a good idea to get some basic stuff as you're going through Tevat. So you don't have to spend a whole lot of mora, because what I discovered was when you're trying to make food, for yourself, if you don't have characters that have, good healing abilities within your units, like Barbara or Jean or, characters like that, which can promote heals to everybody. Sometimes you have to have food that can do things like increase your stamina, increase your healing, and, just things like that, increase your defense, increase your attack, all those kinds of things. And it does actually cost a lot of money. You'll find, if you're a beginning player, you'll find that this actually, doing this kind of thing, buying all the time, will keep your money, your amount of mora that you have, always low, because you're always having to replenish. These are items that once you use, they go away, right? So what I discovered was that, sometimes when you're kind of in between quests, large Archon quests or, big story quests, whatever, and you want to kind of farm, you know what I mean? Get a whole bunch of stuff together. You can do that with food and certain items like minerals, getting iron, white iron, various gems and things like that. So you can wander around the countryside and pick all these things up, as you are well aware. Now, what I've discovered is that there are actual areas in Tevat that are open up to us that I call hunting grounds. And these are places where there seems to be a lot of boars, a lot of birds, different types of birds that you can take advantage. Squirrels, or those weird little fox cat things that kind of sort of look like a Pokemon cat. I don't know how to describe them other than that. So these are things that you can usually go after and kill and get those meats, and that's a really good cost-saving measure. Also, within these hunting grounds, you can get things like mint, various flowers that you need, snapdragon, calla lilies, stuff like that. You can also get berries, which I found that if you get the drink from one of the Mondstadt restaurants, it has a huge attack bonus to it, but you got to collect a lot of berries, the yellow gold berries. So there's a lot of things that you can pick up, and these hunting grounds seem to have a big concentration of those things. And some of them are a little bit different than others. Like, for example, one hunting ground might be more along the lines of just boars and birds, and maybe some mint. Some areas it can be just like I described, a whole plethora of stuff. And some things in some places are just very specific in their items. So what I want to show today is I'm going to take you to 3 different hunting grounds. But before I do that, a couple things about these hunting grounds. They're all 3 of them are going to be different from each other, and they're going to have different things in them, but they're kind of general stuff that you would want anyway. But also, these are the areas that I'm going to show are low impact in terms of monsters. So you're not going to see a whole lot of hilly churls. You're going to see, and when you do see them, you know enough to stay far enough away so that you don't trip them off and they come out and attack you. So you're not going to see like major big monsters coming out after you. The worst that you usually will come across are slimes. Now, some of the other hunting grounds are more intensive with monsters, but the ones I'm going to show you today are not. The other thing I want to mention about hunting is that this is the actual secondary purpose to doing these hunting grounds is to practice with your bow characters. There's a lot of bow characters out there, and sometimes people have a real problem. They kind of don't want to use them because they don't really see their impact and how to use them. And these hunting grounds are great ways for you to practice with your bow characters. Like if you're a beginning person here in Genshin, using Amber and learning how to use the E or use the Q, the various things as you're hunting, that's a great way to learn your character's abilities. The other part of this is also getting to learn how to aim, how to move and aim at the same time, because that's actually a pretty good skill to have. Now, obviously, all bow characters have different abilities. Some are cryo, some are electro, some are pyro, some are dendro, like Tilnari. And some of them have different abilities. Some of them are more useful than others. Like, for example, if you were to use Amber, it would be a good idea to practice with Amber with her Qs and Es. But in terms of actual hunting, it's just straight on shooting the arrow, no tricks involved. If you're using an electro bow character like Fischl, she has an interesting, use of the bow where if you're hitting water, if you're trying to hit a moving target on water, if you hit the same area enough times, it electrifies the area and actually kills the thing that's there. On very rare occasions, you can use Fischl to kill a fish in water, but it's very rare, and the fish has to be like practically broaching the surface. But there's one place, Genshin Village, where I will show you where that can happen with one particular fish. Then there's bow characters like Tilnari, which you'll see in there, where if you let his bow charge up on the R and you aim and you hit a bird, you'll see like 4 different little arrows come out and kind of go around it and hit whatever's around it. And that's actually the tool I've been using for hunting, particularly when I'm in target-rich environments. Okay, so enough of me talking about this. So if you're interested, I'm going to show you 3 areas. Genshin Village, which is in Liyue, and the other 2 are going to be in Mondstadt. One is going to be Starfell. That's one of the small island in the middle of a very small lake towards the north. And, of course, Windfell. And there's like a long-running great way to practice your archery, basically, and when hunting in Windfell. In Windfell, or what is it called again? I always get these places mixed up. Let me look at the map. Windrise. Sorry, not Windfell, Windrise. So we're going to take a look at Starfell Lake, right? We're going to take a look at Windrise, and we're going to look at Genshin Village. And so hopefully you'll see how to use the characters and how to not only use bow characters, but beef up your supplies, your berries, your minerals, your gems, your meat, and your fowl, the drumsticks that you can find everywhere. A lot of people would start off killing all the birds on the bridge outside of Mondstadt. Once you learn the backstory of those birds and little Timmy, you're going to stop doing those. So I would just go ahead and stop doing that. But there are areas, there that you can basically get more foul at. So anyway, let's get started. Huh?
threads of your fate lie in my hands.